Sounds good. Looking forward to that, Ryan. Thank you very much. Now, this morning at 7 o'clock, the Genesis Medical Center West Central Park Avenue campus is going to open to the public for anyone who needs to escape the cold in order to warm up.
More than a dozen other warming centers are also open for anyone who needs to get out of the cold. For example, you can go to South Park Mall or any of Unity Point Health Trinity's locations today. The Davenport Public Library is staying open even though most libraries in our area are closed. The Knox County and Two Rivers YMCA's are also available as warming centers today. There are a lot more as well, so to find the one in your town, go to WQAD.com, type shelter in the search box at the top of our homepage.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is issuing a disaster proclamation ahead of this cold weather.
These conditions are and can be life-threatening. Even short periods of exposure to this type of weather can be dangerous. We need everyone to do your part and to make sure you and your families are prepared. There is a real risk of frostbite and hypothermia with weather like this, particularly for infants and seniors and those who are already infirmed. This is weather where even 5 minutes of exposure could have very serious health consequences.
The disaster proclamation makes several state resources available to communities to help them respond to the extreme cold.
Meanwhile, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is not planning on declaring a disaster proclamation today. She's just urging Iowans to be careful as the temperature drops.
We're Iowans, and so, this is part of the elements that we deal with, and so just be mindful that it's nasty outside and it's going to be really cold, so dress appropriately. If you can stay inside, stay inside. Make sure that you're not, operating on 1/8 of a tank of gas and you're heading to the Quad Cities, and make sure you got a kit in your car in case for some reason it would stall.
All 3 public universities are also closed today. And if you are flying today, check to make sure your flight is still on schedule before you leave home, because so far there are 12 flights going into and out of the Quad City International Airport that are canceled, and several are delayed as well. At the Eastern Iowa Airport in Cedar Rapids, there are 11 cancellations. And planes are not the only mode of transportation that's canceled today. Amtrak services also canceled due to this cold. We are also tracking some power outages across our area. We have been checking out ComEd, Ameren, Alliant, and Mid-American Energy. Yep. So what have you seen so far?
Not many power outages right now in the Quad City area. Mid-American literally reporting no power outages in either the Iowa or Illinois Quad Cities. And Alliant, just a couple of people without power in the southern portion of our viewing area down in Lee County, Iowa.
Some good news. ComEd customers and Ameren customers are not so lucky, though. There are still 181 customers without power in the city of Sterling. ComEd is reporting that. And in Ameren, there are a few little areas. Near Alpha, there are 204 customers without service, about west of Alpha. And also near Aquaca, there's still 394 customers without service. And in Coldbrook, just west of Galesburg, 100 customers without service. So if you do not have power, hopefully you're able to find a warm place to stay right now.
Many of those open today.
Well, those of you who have no choice but to brave the elements this morning, there are some options for you to stay safe.
All day today, Metrolink buses are offering free rides for the public. Let's go out to News 8's Madison Connor, joining us live in Rock Island County on one of those buses traveling between Moline and Rock Island this morning. Right, Madison?
Good morning, John and Angie. That's right. We're on a Metrolink bus traveling between Moline and Rock Island. We actually just left East Moline. And if you take a look at the bus, we only have one other rider on with us right now. Big jacket, bundled up, and that is how we've seen most of our riders today. As you can see, the windows are iced over, so it is really cold outside right now. You have to be careful when you're waiting for the bus as it comes. My hair froze on the walk from our car to the bus, so be careful. It is really cold outside. Bundle up, cover your face like Eric said. That's how we've seen everybody come onto the bus so far. Rides are free all day today, but make sure you see where the closest stop is because it is on a fixed route. John, back to you.
Okay, Madison Connor reporting for us live this morning. Besides Metrolink, Bettendorf Transit, Davenport City Bus are also offering free rides today.
Local experts are sharing tips about what you need to do if you need to brave the cold and get behind the wheel. They say having a survival kit in your car is necessary. Stocking up with water, snacks, and a blanket could help you survive if you get stuck in this brutal cold. They also say developing a communication plan is wise if you're traveling a long distance.
If you're going someplace that you're on a longer trip, you want to tell somebody where you're going, when you're expected to be there, and once you get there, make the phone call, let them know that you arrived safe.
Meteorologists at the National Weather Service are advising people to stay inside and avoid traveling if possible today.
While most places closed today, you might still have to work, and if that includes you, it also involves police officers and other first responders. Officers say responding to calls in the cold and snow come with different challenges. The need for gloves, for instance, can get in the way. Some calls also require them to be outside for longer periods of time. And officers say this wintry day, they're asking you to be patient.
Especially when there's snow on the ground or it's slick or it's icy. And we're getting that rush, we're getting that crush of accidents and stuck cars where people are calling in for it. Understand that we're going to get there absolutely as soon as we can.
Wagner says the most important thing is to stay in your car and stay warm.
Probably every school in our area is canceled or delayed this morning, and here's a list of all of them. To find out if your school is closed or delayed, go to WQAD.com and click on the red bar at the top of our homepage. You can also see the list scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And finally, when we're not on the air, rely on the Storm Track 8 weather app. It will alert you of any weather warnings that affect you based on your location. Plus, there's a spot where you can submit your weather pictures and videos. To download the free app, search WQAD in the App Store or on Google Play.
6:10 right now. Still to come on Good Morning Quad Cities.